Hello, my crafty friend, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's very special mini book flip through. Instead of a junk journal, what I have to share with you today is a birthday gift for the sweetest pen pal slash crafty friend slash just all around wonderful person, my dear friend May, who you may be familiar with because in the past I've done some flip through videos of journals that she has sent me in Happy Mail. So happy belated birthday, May, because I'm sure it will be a little bit past the actual date when this arrives, but I hope it brings you a big smile and just so much positivity. So first things first, I made the cover out of some beautiful blue sari fabric. It's kind of like a turquoisey blue because I know turquoise is May's favorite color. And it just kind of wraps around the back with a little bit of royal purple added because I know she loves that royal theme. And the pocket that kind of wraps around the whole piece is the border from the sari that the main fabrics came from. So I tried to load this up with goodies, even though it's kind of a small book, which that might seem silly at first because it looks like the same size as a typical tall journal, but there are only 4 sections inside it, like so 4 2-page spreads. Anyway, the pocket on the back I've stuffed with some really pretty silver and gold and black temporary tattoos. And these are so much fun. So if you're wondering why I would put these in with crafty stuff, you can apply them to paper the same way you apply them to skin, and they stick perfectly and just look even more metallic than if you use, like, say, a gold paint or a gold gilding wax. So yeah, she can either wear them if she chooses to, and I think she is fashionable like that, or she can use them to decorate paper. And there's the birthday card. Instead of a blue bird of happiness, we have a yellow bird of happiness. And I won't read the message because that's just for her, but that's going to be in the front pocket when she opens it. And then a tiny little envelope that I made from printables designed by the Paper Cameo. And I've just stuffed this with some really beautiful postage stamps from around the world. So the closure is just a beautiful black ribbon. And to that I clipped a stunning little butterfly brooch that has pinks and greens and opal colors with some stunning black. And so I thought the black that's in this, just offset against the black bow, looks really cool. You'll have to forgive my lighting. Usually I try to film my flip throughs in the daylight, but in order to make everything work that had to work today, I had to resort to filming under lamplight. It's the week after daylight savings time, so of course it feels like we're losing an hour of sunlight. So okay, now you see what kind of a book this is. So the inside cover is lined with this really cool vintage pink and gold fabric that I found at a yard sale at my old neighbor's place. Their parents used to own a fabric store, so they had some really cool 70s sort of stuff. So this multicolor, like rainbow metallic polka dot. The camera might make these look like they're all silver or all gold, but there's all different colors in these dots. They're really, really cool. So yeah, that with a couple of layers of sari trim pockets. In this one I have some cute little cutouts from calling card printables, a little bluebird of happiness and the hand of friendship holding some flowers. And then in the main pocket, I have copies of Cat Stone's gorgeous paper doll with all of her different outfits. And these are printed on like a really thick glossy cardstock, so they just look sumptuous and spectacular. If you're into these kinds of really fun, whimsical, beautiful paper dolls, I do have a printable kit for these in my Etsy shop, and it comes with backgrounds for the doll to explore. But anyway, I think I'll dress her in this one for today's flip through. But before I do that, I'm just giving you a chance to look at all the dresses. This is my other favorite, so I might do that one. But anyway, I just printed these out. I kind of inked the backs just around the edges so that they look like finished pieces and not too starkly white on the reverse sides. And to hold them onto the doll, I ran out of the little mini magnets that I had used in the other paper doll book that I had made. So I was wondering, how can I clip these dresses to the doll in a way that doesn't damage her or the dress without those fabric tabs that look kind of clumsy and awkward. And I had kind of an aha moment when I realized clip-on earrings, my friend. Look at how easy that is. It looks like a gorgeous belt for the dress. There are others that, so all of these little ornaments up the side of this book are clip-on earrings. I'm trying not to give away what the next page is yet, but too late. This one is really cool because it's kind of a screwback style and very vintage. I just get these in junk jewelry jars from my local thrift stores. But yeah, I think this one of all the earrings looks the most like it's a piece of jewelry, like it's like a fancy designer belt with kind of a dangly purse or something hanging from it. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? Like she's wearing a cute little hanging belt, especially with the layers of her waist chains and her beaded jewelry. So anyhow, there's all the dresses that come with the paper doll printable. And let's see, I'll try to hold this up so you can actually see them all. This is a clip-on earring that I attached a fussy cut flower to. So this, actually, I should just take it right off and show you. This one probably looks the best with the purple dress. And I'm showing you how they look kind of clipped on her waist, but this could also just as easily be a flower on her shoulder, and it still holds the dress. And doesn't that look spectacular? Oops, her legs are popping out. Doesn't that look spectacular? Maybe I'll just keep it like this for a little while. And this could even be kind of clipped around a hand to look like she's holding something. So yeah, you can get really creative. Then it'll really look like she's holding a little bag of some sort. But anyway, yeah, so down the side of the book, we have, this is just glued into place. This was a beautiful milliner's flower that was included in Kat Stone's Happy Mail. But here we have a little antique pearl, double pearl clip-on earring, a really gorgeous blue retro flower clip-on earring, the dangly one that I just showed you on the dress, and the first one that I pulled out, that this kind of like chunky sculpted metal one. And then on the bottom, I permanently attached this adorable black cat with a collar because May loves kitty cats just like I do, and I've collected, you know, so many cat things over the years that it's nice to have crafty pen pals like May and like Kat Stone, who also love kitties. It gives me a chance to use up all the kitty things I've collected since starting my crafting. And so anyway, this is kind of how I designed the front of the book to hold the paper dolls. And then the next page is this stunning sheer sari fabric with gold and kind of white looking cloudy stuff embroidered into it, which flips up to reveal the beach scene with the temple pillar from the background papers that I designed to go with Kat's paper dolls. So the doll can kind of interact with this scene. Doesn't she look gorgeous, just dressed so spectacularly, exploring this magic realm? And one thing that I put, pardon me for clearing my throat like that, I was just drinking some coffee, which I don't usually do right before I film. But as I was saying, Something that I added in May's book that I didn't put in the first book of its kind is this cute little dolphin that can actually move through the water because that little dolphin is a magnet. So this little thing right here is like a little magnet back. And on the other side of the dolphin, I put a little magnet back. So she can kind of reposition the dolphin in the water if she wants to, or she could even use the dolphin magnetically as a piece of jewelry on one of the dresses. So for example, this dress looks really watery and sweet. That dolphin could be magnetically clipped to it somewhere. Like there's a dolphin swimming in the waves of the dress, or up here on her shoulder like a brooch. So yeah, I tried to include some fun things in May's book that I haven't put in books before. And the next page, we go kind of from water to fire. We have these beautiful bohemian curtains that pull back to reveal this sort of a mystical Bedouin tent scene with a crystal ball and magical books on a table. I had so much fun designing these, all of course inspired by Kat's mystical doll here. So yeah, she can hang out in her tent, and the bottom is a pocket, so she can actually be kind of positioned here, or May could keep note papers or whatever she likes here, or just keep it as it is as a collectible. But I think that no matter what age we are as women, the little girl inside us will always have an appreciation for things like sparkly jewelry and pretty flowers and paper dolls and different textures to touch and pieces of jewelry to play with. And so this is kind of like a birthday gift for my friend May, and also a birthday gift for the little girl May used to be and will always be. She gave me the sweetest little compliment once in a message. I think she said that I have a baby heart, or a baby something. And I'm telling you, when I play with these paper dolls designed by Kat, I can feel it. And so the baby in me is sending a paper doll book to the baby in me. So again, just to show you, the first page is all the dolls here with the clip-on earrings that can be used to hold them in place. The second page is the water, the beach for the doll to explore. The third page is her tent, her mystic tent. And then the last page is just a bunch of pockets that I've tucked some ephemera into that May can use in her crafting and for her pen pal letter writing and so on. And so what I've done is I've taken some really cool kind of block pattern embroidered fabric from India, and I've made 4 pockets on it by just gluing down some strips of sequined trim. I'm gluing it on the sides and in the center and along the bottom. And then I've just tucked in some goodies. So some cute little cosmic cloud sticky notes, a set of really adorable, they almost look like Andy Warhol-esque pop art prints, but prints of 4 different adorable kitty cats. I had, I think, 3 or 4 sets of these, and I'm keeping one for my personal collection. I'm giving one to May, and I'm giving one to Kat Stone. What I love about them is that the country that issued these actually put little silhouettes or little black and white drawings of cats' heads peeking out from the borders too. It's just adorable. A piece of 1960s ledger paper that could be kind of fun for her to use in her collages. She does a lot of really, really gorgeous collage work. Or she could just keep it as it is, which I might do. Some sunflower butterfly paper. A really cool print of a fashionable young woman in her jeans by Kat Stone. One of the prints she sent in a happy mail. a cute little copy that I made of a little piece of Victorian scrapbook ephemera. A cute little rosy-cheeked girl cuddling her kittens. I'm also thinking that would be fun to use in collaging. And then since we just had Halloween here, I made her a little packet with some Skittles. They're definitely not healthy. I don't recommend them for your health, but they're one of the few vegan Halloween candies that come in these little fun pack sizes, so that's what we give to trick-or-treaters. And these beautiful things that my boyfriend actually made for me one day when he got into my polymer clay for some fun. He found my molds and started creating little shapes and gilding them with mica. This little one that he made is like a daisy with an amethyst in the center. I always include one natural gemstone in every book that I make, including this little one. So amethyst is a gem of the crown chakra for prayer and spiritual consciousness and connecting to the higher realms. We have a couple of little love angels here and just a fun little geometric shape and a couple of sort of Indian paisley looking shapes. So these are just made of polymer clay. They're meant to be kind of like glued down onto a piece of paper, or you could add a brooch back or something too. They're really lightweight. Just to use as little jewelry type decorations in junk journals. You might remember I used the little angel one in the little miniature angel books that I've made. If you're a regular viewer, you might remember those ones. So yeah, that's the last page. So there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in the entire book. And yet it's just as thick, it's just as fat as a regular journal would be, because those 4 pages are just stuffed full and made of all fabric and with lots of puffy things like earrings. But yeah, I hope May will love this and that it will look pretty added to her collection. And so usually when I make journals to sell, I'll be wearing an extra ring, and that ring will be the gift with purchase. This time, instead of a ring, it's one of the bracelets that I'm wearing. So May had mentioned to me once that she was looking to get us a pair of matching bracelets, like friendship bracelets. And I thought, a girl can never have too many bracelets, right? So why don't I also look for a pair of matching friendship bracelets that I can keep one and give one to May? And then, as it turns out, my boyfriend's dad had a shop for antiques and vintage items, and resellers and local artists can consign their work there. And one of the things I found in his shop were these inlaid bracelets from Mexico, silver Mexico bracelets. One has kind of a lapis lazuli back with kind of like a seashell inlay flower, and the other has kind of a turquoise with seashell inlay flower. So yeah, I asked May whether she prefers turquoise or lapis lazuli, and that's when she told me her favorite color is turquoise. So this little bracelet, made in Mexico, found in a little cool, eclectic, vintage / antique / artist consignment shop. That's my little bracelet birthday gift to her. So that will also be tucked right there in the front. So much love to you, May. Thank you for your generosity, your creativity, your enthusiasm and encouragement with my crafting. I really cherish all the beautiful gifts that you've given me. I could never, I wish I could, maybe one day, I should never say never, but you know, I may not be able to send you back something as spectacular as the necklace and earrings that you so generously gave me, but these little pieces, I think you'll appreciate them because they're just so pretty, and so are you, and you deserve something that makes you feel like a little girl who is just so loved and so cherished and who deserves things that make her smile. So I hope this brings you such a big smile. And don't worry, you will be getting the swap journal, hopefully by the end of 2023. Yeah, I take my time to fill up and decorate every page, but in the meantime, I made this quick little one for you, and I just hope you love it. Thank you to everyone who watched. If you saw this and you would love to have a book like this one, you can get the digital printable kit from my shop to print out and make your own paper dolls, or you could send me a custom order request. I do still have some of these fabrics available. I could probably do something similar, though not identical. Anyhow, just thank you again for watching. Much love and happy crafting. Bye for now.